God bless you, beautiful people on YouTube and on Facebook. Blessings to you and your family. What a blessing this is. This is Tuesday, my God. Everything will be better at that workplace, my God. Vera will be looking a little better today. My God, your boss, he won't be clowning today. My God, let's have a beautiful day. Hey, well, listen, on my YouTube channel, I just want to tell everybody, thank you so much. One Lord, One Spirit Outreach, how we're working from the inside out. I know our church haven't been open, but it's been a blessing because we don't want anyone ill and we don't want anything or anyone to blame illness on us. So we have to be careful right through here. The Bible has to have wisdom. Don't be as fools. So let's have wisdom. Let's believe in God first, that he's going to take care like he always have, and he will take care of us. Hey, well, listen, a lot of people have been asking me because it's the number one of the number one things going on outside of sex, sex, money, and drugs is the three things that's really popular right now. And we can see a lot of people is dying for that reason, sex, money, and drugs. And believe me, sex probably is killing more than anything because people really don't say when they really in love with someone, they got a beef with somebody, they always say it was drug related or try to go the other way. But me as an ex-drug dealer, I know that there's a lot of times young men get mad at other men because they take their girls from them. And that happens, especially when you have drug dealers that's dealing with women and they go over there late at night, 3 o'clock in the morning, they got another car out there with the spinners spinning, and somebody else is in there with his girl and he become having a beef with them. But not to go in there because today we're going to talk about something that's really juicy and everybody's been asking me about it. And I had to pray to the Lord, and it's been about 3 weeks when I had this question asked. And the Lord dropped it on my spirit last night. And just all of a sudden he just said, go to Hebrews, in the book of Hebrews chapter 4, and you'll find out what I want you to preach this morning, or at least talk about this morning. Hebrews chapter 13, verses 4. Let's look at that in the King James Version. Basically what this is talking about, that when you get married, people got you gifts. Most of you got married, you know, people gave you gifts, gave you a little money, gave you gifts. But the gift that God gave us was the gift of sex. He gave the married people the gift of sex. When the day is over with, the children is at grandmama's house, your bills is paid, everything is doing good, then it's up to you and your wife to go in there and have sex. Now the question was oral sex and anal sex, anus sex, whatever that is, anal, is that for married people to be doing? Well, let's read this in Hebrews so God can give you the answer, not me. And then that way you won't look at me funny. Hebrews chapter 13, verses 4, it said, marriage is honorable. Marriage is honorable. He gave you the green light to communicate, to talk while you're dating. This is why it's so important. Don't give up the cow too fast, ladies. Because if he get the cow, he will not buy the milk. Come on, somebody. That's to the sisters. I'm a man, so I'm telling you key ways to help get a man and keep him. I like the movie with Gyro. I can't remember the name of it, but Gyro came out with a movie, and he had fell in love with this girl, and he was an ex-drug dealer, but he turned his business because he do concerts and stuff. You probably know the movie I'm talking about, but look it up. Gyro played a movie where he fell in love. It's something about the church. I can't think of it now. But a good movie to let the women know that she held herself to make that man come in line with her life, if that makes any sense. Let's read this in your hearing. Hebrews chapter 4. I'm coming out of King James Version. It said, marriage is honorable in all. If you want to jump off the chandeliers, my God, woo woo. And the bed is undefiled, but whoremongers and adulterers God will judge. Okay, how can I be a whoremonger or adulterer? Well, marriage, you wouldn't be a fornicator, you would be an adulterer. Well, if I'm not having sex with another woman, how can I become an adulterer? The Bible says that porno, when you bring a third person into your bedroom through porno, if it's not agreed up on your wife or your husband, then you are admitting adultery in your mind, and that will be judged by God. Isn't that deep? So you're not supposed to be thinking about Louise in the bedroom while you're having sex. Did I say Louise? Excuse me. There's some Louise out there. I wasn't talking about you. But there's in the Bible that it said the bed is undefiled, so you can do what you want to do if you guys talk. I just to give one point, it's the person that you want to have this certain sex with comfortable with it. Is your wife comfortable with what you want to do or what she want to do with you? And I know some men will take this and say, well, you know, the Bible said that your body ain't no longer mine and my body ain't no longer yours. You need to let me do what I want to do with your body. That's not what it's saying, because when you read down a scripture too, it tells you that an agreement, talk about it. And this is what Christian married people is not doing. You're not talking about it. You did everything before you was married. You know what you did to him. He know what he did to you. That don't stop. You cannot let that stop, because that's how you got him. That's how he got you. So this is the stuff that you can't not do. God said the bed is non-defiled. God is not peeking in your bedroom watching what you do. So is oral sex and anal sex prohibited from the bedroom of Christian people? No. That's what you want to do. There's no scriptures in the Bible that says that you can't do it. Even in the book of Psalms, Songs of Solomon, chapter 4, verses 12, it talks about the garden. And it talks about the woman, how he's describing the woman in the Songs of Solomon. It talks about the eating. So however you turn that, you can turn it the way you want to turn it. But the Psalms of Solomon is talking about that. So the bed in the bedroom of a married people is non-defiled. If you and her have a good relationship and y'all could communicate, and that's what sex is. It's communicating. It's talking. And women have to be so careful. You can't tell your man, you're not doing that right. I don't like that, because that right there going to kill him in every way. You know what I mean? So the bed have to be really precious on that. And I know you could be married, and I know I was married 15 years, and you can go weeks, months, sometime, and like be thinking like, man, when did we do it? So you have to make sure that you keep that gift that God gave you, because that keeps the marriage juicy, if that make any sense. 1 Corinthians chapter 7. I want to go there. Let's go there if we can. That's 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 4. Let me see.
According to Church of Jesus Christ,
okay.
For the wife hath not power of her own body, but the husband, and likewise also the husband hath not power of his own body, but the wife.
Well, thank you, Google. Well, anyway, what that is talking about is just like she said. When you get married, my body is no longer my body. Other words, if my wife come to me and say, hey, sweetie, hey, the kids is gone. My God, I got this on for you. You like this? He's supposed to say, woo, woo, let's go. Now, if he said, I know, I ain't feel like doing none of that. I ain't got no time for that. I got to cut the grass. See, you can't do her like that. You got to come together. The Bible said come together and you talk. Sweetie, is it okay? I want to get this yard cut. And after that, the kids would take them over to mama's house. And then me and you will get busy. Is that okay, baby? Do we need to pray? Because I'm not mad or nothing. I just don't want, I got to get this little work done. And the same with her. She's breastfeeding the baby, doing help on the 8-year-old with his homework, and cooking dinner for you, and you come in and pat her on her backside, talking about let's knock off a piece. Well, that is not the time. See, if I ain't got no time to be doing this, you come in here, I got all this stuff to do. Well, you don't do him like that either. Pull him to the side, say, hey, sweetie, I'm a little busy now. Is it any way we can do this after the children? I got you. And that's the way the love in the house supposed to be, if that make any sense. Well, I hope I answered some of the questions. I know I didn't go in there deep, but I didn't want to go in there too deep, because you guys know I get kicked off this show if I go in there deep. because it is so important that we make sure that we take care of each other in our bedroom, especially when you're a Christian, especially when you're married. This don't go for when you're single or when you're dating or you're engaged. Hold yourself. You hold yourself and let her hold yourself. You guys communicate. And I know that sounds like an old fogey because everybody's jumping in the bed like rabbits and waking up with a whole bunch of problems. Sexual, physically, and mentally. So you guys be blessed. That's Hebrews chapter 13 verses 4 you can look at. You could go to 1 Corinthians chapter 7 verses 4. You can go to Philippians chapter 2 verse 34. And then you also can go to Songs of Solomon chapter 4 verses 12 to get more information about it. But look into that. And if you're married, get busy in the bedroom. It'll be all right. I love you all.